Here we are, live, day 2 of CattleCon 2026. Jed Sidwell, Tommy Grisafi, coming in from booth 2312. You can see it trading there. Not trading. I'm still thinking about the markets.
He sees a ticker and he thinks trading, this guy.
Oh, we got some breaking news, all types of breaking news. Should we give them? We'll wait till more people are on to give them the breaking news of our special guest tomorrow. Not our special guest.
Not ours, but
no, but there's some big shots stopping by tomorrow. We are at the Nesvik Trading, the Egg Bull Trading booth. We are commodity brokers, and what else do? We do a little media here or there. We, of course, we're working at a show, and we have breaking news.
Yeah,
the old Trump. I'm watching us. I'm in Texas episode. What was the breaking news?
the big breaking news. They've been we heard some rumors kind of earlier in the week that someone big from Trump's administration was going to show up.
Well, hold on, we're going to give that one later.
That one?
There's more people, but Trump tweeted today.
Oh, Trump tweeted that breaking news. Yeah, Trump tweeted this morning a big tweet essentially about a phone conversation that he had with President Xi of China. Included a lot of things about wars and social issues that are going on, but the big thing that affected the market today, Tommy, that we had talked about on our opening show was his comment about soybeans and the fact that they are going to be importing more soybeans than we expected this year, and even more next year, from 20 million tons to 25 million tons, which is always exciting.
Yeah, Trump, we were sitting here, nice quiet day. Cattle were up pretty good. We're at CattleCon, excited about cattle. I'm like, boy, you just can't get these grains jump-started. Corn 2 lower, beans 5 lower, wheat doing wheat things. And out of nowhere, we just started going, right before we went live, beans just exploded. And I thought when they're up 25, I'm like, wow, that's a healthy move.
Yeah.
They took it a whole nother level and went up 50. That racked some heads, some damage there if you're short, right?
Yeah, definitely. A huge level of volatility anytime Trump tweets something about agriculture, and it definitely showed that today.
Yeah. Well, we got a bunch of people on. Hey, if you're out there, we got time to answer questions. We had this soybeans up over 40 cents, but actually at one point they were up over 50. Of course, if you want to learn more about us, go over to www.agbull.com. Pretty cool having a company called Egg Bull Trading, Egg Bull Media at CattleCon. What have you learned here last few days?
You know, I've learned that there's a very positive outlook on ag right now, but I've also learned anytime you go to a conference farm show like this, there truly is a power in terms of networking and connecting with people in your industry. It seems like every time I go someplace like this, I see people that I haven't seen in a long time, and it's always good to catch up, see what's going on around the country. You know, sometimes we live in our own little bubble, seeing what cattle producers in Virginia, Oregon, Nevada are doing. Hearing about the weather, markets around the country directly from the horse's mouth is always valuable.
Yeah, we met a big cattle feedlot from Illinois, right along the Mississippi River. Didn't kind of realize. I said, Didn't know they did that over there. He's like, we keep them hid off the road so y'all don't see them when you're driving by. But the cattle are everywhere, and like we talked about on yesterday's show, you think cattle, you think of Kansas and Colorado and obviously Nebraska, but they're every state represented, and then of course countries all over the world here at
Yeah.
this show. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. You truly get to see all walks of the cattle industry when you're here at CattleCon, and man, I'm regretting that we only have one more day left because I could stay here for a week.
Yeah, I could handle switching these cowboy boots back into my tennis shoes. Other than that, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
We met Tyne Morgan. She's a
Yep.
celebrity.
Yep.
We got a couple U.S. Farm Report hats. We met Mr. Buster.
Yeah.
Buster.
Buster and Don Wick.
Yeah, Don Wick stopped by. Buster Coon. If you know Buster, you know him. I mean, there's not a lot of Busters out there.
Yeah.
Buster was in the house. He did a podcast. Don Wick did a podcast. If you Don Wick's podcast will be on the premium. If you want to subscribe to that, $25 a month, $250 annually. You won't see the Don Wick podcast out there in public. You probably won't see Buster Coons either. We'll probably just start leaving that private also. And we do we'll start a morning show here pretty soon, but a lot of the stuff we do is private, and we just save it for clients and subscribers.
I think the big thing on that premium subscription, and the thing that I've kind of been talking to cattlemen and on the ground producers, is the value of the text service. I know my dad, when he's out in the field, AI and cows, where we're chopping corn silage or whatever he's doing, he likes having that text notification because he's not there sitting at his desk all the time to know when there's a big move in the markets. It truly is handy for our production agriculture folks.
We got a guest who wants to come on.
We got a guest.
Mr. Brian Leith here. Sit here.
The boss man, Brian.
Yeah. Brian Leith is the owner of Nesvik Trading, and give a shit if he wants to come here or not. Mr. Brian Leith.
How you doing, Tommy?
Good, Brian. Thanks for having us. Thanks for putting all this together. It looks good. Feel like saying Pledge of Allegiance, everything else. What are you learning? I see you're wheeling and dealing up there with a lot of folks out here.
Yeah, we're just, seeing some old friends, meeting some new friends, making some connections. I think that's what this is really all about.
Tell us about the dinner tonight.
So the Hall of Fame dinner is something they put on every year for this event, and we have a host table with the NA Timmerman group. We started coming to this event when Norm Timmerman was inducted a few years ago, and it's really special. You get to meet some titans of the industry.
Has Norm passed?
He passed a couple of years ago.
Yeah. And I was, Jed and I were talking, there's people from all over the world here. This isn't an Iowa thing or a Colorado thing. There's people from everywhere around here. A lot of Colorado people, though. We did notice Colorado represents. Yeah, all four nominees for the Hall of Fame.
All four nominees, okay.
Yeah. Brian, we got some breaking news we want to tell people about. Breaking news here at CattleCon. The one and only RFK will be here tomorrow, speaking at 1:30. So if you're anywhere around Nashville and you want to see what RFK has to say, he will be allegedly, my sources are pretty reliable, say RFK guest appearance here at CattleCon Thursday, 1:30 Central Time. It's going to be interesting. You were at the trading firm. You are the owner of Nesvik Trading. Tell us what it was like when soybeans went from down 5 to up 50.
Absolute chaos, because when we dug into it a little bit, beans were down 5, right? And the next thing you know, they were unchanged. Then they started rallying
in a 1 minute bar. I saw that they down.
They started rallying, and we were struggling. We, as you know, we have all of the sources. We have all of the, the Bloomberg, So
Reuters,
we're waiting.
What's service, right?
Yeah, what's come out? Is it something with Iran? Is it anything? No. Then the tweet came out about a minute later. And then next thing you know, beans are up 20, 30 people, the fundamental guys in our group, as you know, have been pretty bearish. So, kind of caught off guard there. And then you started seeing some short covering, but we also saw some hedging pick up too.
Well, the first wave was up 25 cents and it stayed there. And then there was another wave up 36. I said to my brother, I started selling from my cell phone, and I told the people watching, I don't even grow soybeans. I'm selling them. You should hang up and start selling. But then they were up 50. And that's when I kind of was a little worried, but I looked over corn was only up a penny or two. Wheat was barely unchanged. It very much jerked oil and meal around. Soybean oil has its own story going on with this 45Z speculation. So every time you see beans jerk, you're like, let me guess, it's soybean oil related. This one's different. It looked like, how much was meal up at one point? 15?
Yeah, I think almost 15 at one point.
50-cent move in beans. We got old crop above 11 prices we didn't think we can get to 10 minutes before it happened. New crop, as we are in the crop insurance period here in the month of February, and we do sell crop insurance at Nesvik on the LRP side and stuff, or in the insurance business, I should say, that we actually sent a text out. Hey, you guys want to sell $11 beans? You can get them on. Get your first sales. Get your first hedges. And we sold off hard. And then by the end of the day, we didn't close as weak as I had thought. So
no, we were up 26, but we got the phone started ringing. When it was up 30, 35, 40, 45, the phones were ringing and people were selling. Some of our brokers were sending out the same kind of texts and getting the communication out as quick as they could to their customers to say, here's your opportunity. GTCs were filling, people were selling. So it was an opportunity for a lot of our customers.
Let's talk about that. We always joke about putting an order in at a stupid price, right? I had some guys who had some options that were worth 10 cents and so where should I get out? Oh, I'll offer them at 20, 25. We're not going to get there. Those goofy offers at 20, 25, we traded 35 today.
Right.
So March options expire pretty soon. And here in the probably end of February, those became explosive. May options. Yeah, you just never know. We meet every morning at Nesvik. We do a nice little roundtable meeting. And I said to Richard Crow the other day, he said, someone say something. And I said, Richard, it's Groundhog Day, just like this call. Every single day is the same. And not today. We had feeders almost take out all-time highs. We had live cattle touching it. We sold off. And then Trump puts this tweet. We got this tweet here, Brian. So you guys are dealing with everything you're dealing with soybeans. And then it comes out, Iran asked to move talk. So all of a sudden, Iran doesn't want to participate. And that's when you see crude oil go up. You saw the stock market go down. You saw the risk come off, maybe the cattle, and it's just nonstop. How long have you been in this business?
I've been 26 years.
Yeah, and
I started as an intern.
Just like young Jed.
That's right. That's
Spilling
right.
stuff at lunch, whatnot. Yeah.
Running paper at the old Sparks Refco group for Willard Sparks in Memphis, Tennessee in 1999. And we were the part of Refco and then a part of MF Global. And we went through both of those,
And that's how we know, like the Mike Sands, the Jim Wiesmeyers,
That's right.
Right. Those guys were still part of that, right?
That's right. And a lot of the old Sparks group in Memphis is still alive and kicking. They're still, coming in every day, working hard. And as you know, we branched out to Nashville 3 years ago,
which was a good idea.
Right.
Well, yeah. So everyone says, Nesvik, where are they? I say Memphis and Nashville. How did we end up in Nashville?
We had a few of our brokers that moved here. We had a whole family. And I lived in Nashville after college for a couple of years, so I've always, been a big fan of Nashville. So I just took the opportunity to find a small office, and Nashville is one of those places.
First office you said was a dump.
It was a dump. It was just the first spot. In 2021, the real estate boom was big here.
Mm-hmm.
So we just grabbed a spot. We moved offices, and now we're moving offices again to a bigger spot.
Yeah, I told folks we'll be right next to the Ryman. If you ever want to come visit at Nesvik, one thing Brian does, he's really good about. We have people come in from ADM or RJO or even other firms, even other brokers at other firms. They say, "Can I use a desk?" Absolutely. He says, "Come on, turn your stuff on." My friend Jesse Allen said he was out of power. I said, "I wish you would have called me. We had 5 extra spots,
Yeah,
And so what I've learned from you in Nashville, I've met so many people, the people from the CME group. How about those great people who are developing these new products? They're fertilizer futures or daily options or weekly options. They're all coming to Nashville. We had agmarket.net had a meeting, the JSA agmarket.net, Farm Journal Media's next week. A week before we were at the ADMIS meeting. There's CattleCon. People are coming to Nashville to do business. The old days when you and I were younger, you're a little younger than me, but that was Chicago. And that's not happening anymore. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, Nashville is a place, like I tell everybody, it's if you build it, they will come. People love to visit Nashville. And to add on to what you're saying, we have Tony Greer's having his TG Macro Conference February 19th and 20th. StoneX is having their agricultural conference March 13th and 14th.
Down here.
And then another guy we work with, Jared Dillion's having his Daily Dirt Nap conference here later this summer.
All good people. Tony Greer Jared Dillion, some of the people we work with, unbelievable. And one thing folks got to understand, I know we got about 100 people watching us, is that even though we work with some professionals on a day like today, the experts can get hurt. It's not easy. There's so much risk, whether you're talking about gold, silver, soybeans. People think, oh, it's ags, they don't move. They move a lot, and we can get really leveraged too
Yeah.
with options and everything else. You can get yourself in a pickle pretty
Yeah,
quick.
as they used to call them the outside markets. Some people still refer to them, but there's more correlation these days than there really ever has been. And so all of our ag guys have been particularly interested in watching those markets. That the volatility is unbelievable.
Yeah, tell us about our newest addition to Nesvik Trading, Mr. Jed Sidwell. Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah. Jed Sidwell came, highly referred from some friends of ours in Colorado. So, he came last summer and worked with us here in Nashville, and he was really impressive. So when he finished college at Oklahoma State, we scooped him up, and we're really happy to have him on board to working with us.
Took his exams. He's not afraid of the microphone. Pretty damn good at it too, I think.
Yeah.
Wears a cowboy hat and
looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's always asking for time off already though to judge livestock, which is fine. He's like, I want to go to Colorado. I'm going to Oregon, but the people he knows from here is unbelievable. He knows the who's who of livestock judging, and some people are into cars, fancy cars, and going out to Scottsdale to what's that big car show out in Scottsdale? Look at Scott's pulling the plug. Mr. Scott Shepard just pulled the cord. Yeah, he's trying to save you. But some people are into cattle, right? He does sheep too, but I don't know about those sheep people. Well, with that, we got a good crowd here. We're at CattleCon 2026. Mr. Brian Leith, owner of Nesvik Trading. And how do you explain you are Nesvik Trading? What am I?
You're an AP of Nesvik Trading.
I should know that. No, I just
Yeah.
I know that,
Yeah.
right? And then you have CTAs, and the way Clayton Nesvik explained it to me when I first met him, he says, we are a broker's broker. What's that mean?
That's right. I mean, we're a full service broker. What I mean by that is we provide all of the back office services for customers, brokers, and there's a portfolio of CTAs that we work with as well. So we'll provide accounting, compliance, order entry, trade reconciliation, anything that a customer or broker would need. We provide that service, and we're the liaison between them and some of the big banks, the big FCMs.
And we clear, how many FCMs can you utilize right now? About 5 or 6?
But yeah, 5 or 6.
And that's about all that's left. So
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. We have great relationships with all the FCMs. I mean, we work with their back office to really get things done and provide the best service we can. That's critical for what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for coming by the show. We'll give Jed back the mic and see what him and I can't get done damage-wise. We got, I'll show you how this works, Brian. This shows where the people are watching from. So these are people are watching us from X. This is Facebook. This is YouTube. And then we're live streaming live here. And, folks, if you're out there and you want to ask us a comment, they can ask us a comment, and comments to shoot in. Jed, we had some great comments earlier today, didn't we? Yeah. Sometimes they're shy and don't ask comments, and sometimes they ask so many we can't get to them all. But Jed and I are going to be going doing a show every morning. We'll have it out about 6:30, 6:45. Then, of course, we have that premium service, which is so much fun because Jed and I were talking. We're telling people we don't care where you do your trades from, but if you want the text, the email, the breaking news, the morning email, the afternoon email, the education videos, do your business where you're happy, whether you be self-directed, clicking it yourself. Good luck with that. That doesn't always go well. Yeah. If you want a broker's advice or something else, but whatever. The world's changing. We need to change with it, right, Brian?
That's right. So if anybody's ever in Nashville, please look us up. We'd love to have you. Like you said, we have space for people to come on in the office. It's a great place. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Nesvik.com, agbull.com. Mr. Brian Leith, the owner of Nesvik Trading, gave me a hell of an opportunity.
Thank you very much, Tommy.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Mr. Jed Sidwell, come back.
Man, that's a tough act to follow.
Yeah. No, we're laughing. Brian asked Kate Nesvik to do it, and she goes, "I'm not doing it. Put him on there." I'm like, "All right." Well, so we did. Yeah. My wife went and picked me up Benadryl because I feel like my tongue's swollen. I was eating lunch, and all of a sudden I'm like, my tongue's swollen, but I think I'm doing okay here.
If Tommy starts dozing off, we know why.
Let's go over everything that happened today.
Yep.
Cattle. Let me ask Mr. Scott just real quick. How far were feeders from all-time highs today? A couple dollars?
all-time highs are like 390. We're at
Yeah.
375, trying to fill the gap.
Yeah, we got about $10-15 of feeders to all-time highs. Live cattle firm.
Yeah. Cash market and
Cash
cattle,
market.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly, someone we know is getting something. There's an embroidery place over here, and someone's getting a $4 feeder embroidered on
Yeah.
something over here.
Yeah,
But
I got a buddy that's got money on the line that if feeders hit $4, he's got to get a tattoo of $4 feeders on him. Yeah. Oh yeah.
oh
A
boy,
$4 feeder tattoo, and it's gonna happen. Hell yeah, it's gonna happen.
the old tramp stamp where where you can get the tattoo. That's the one you don't tell your mom
Yeah,
about.
I don't
right?
think your mom would ever see that tattoo.
Oh Lord. Well, if there's anyone out there, then we had Trump tweets about soybeans.
Yep.
Then we have Iran and not playing nice.
Yep.
We have the hangover from gold and silver from the last few months and last week. Just unbelievable opportunity, folks, in markets. It's not easy. There's huge risk. I mean, I tell you, the risk is incredible right now in markets. They're moving. That's why I played disclaimer.
Yeah.
Futures and options have risk. There it is, right there. Ag Bull Trading is a DBA of Nesvik Trading, but there is some tremendous risk and lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
What when you were on break, what'd you learn talking out there?
Oh,
to
just
folks?
talking to Scott, that I think right now, something we don't talk about enough is that we need to better probably inform our cow-calf producers out there on what's happening in the markets. Because I think a lot of time we just worry about feeders, we worry about fats. But our cow-calf producers are truly our kind of grassroots organizations with our people that are there on the ground floor.
I got to tell you, this is a funny tweet. Big fan of our show, and we're a big fan of him. Give him a shout out. Grain Stats just retweeted the show, but Grain Stats tweeted this 5 hours ago. If you're into Bitcoin trading, pivot to soybeans. And that's really funny. I mean, there's just the soybean move, $2,500 one lot, which doesn't sound like a lot because a big silver moved $125,000 last Friday. And there's so many things going on, but you could trade smaller size soybeans. You could do daily options, weekly options. There's so many things going on. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, I see all types of people walking around with cameras and everything else, but we're doing pretty good here. Sounds good, looks good. Hey, folks, if you're out there, thanks for watching. We'd love for you to comment. Drop us a comment. What do you got for us? We'd love to see a comment. And tell you real quick, if you like this, we got premium content coming out every day. Text, email, daily access to the content, morning email, afternoon email. Almost a video every day, not always. Of course, Mr. Wiesmeyer still free. If you like watching the Wiesmeyer show, that is free to the general public. And Jim does a great job. Met a lot of good people who watch and are fans of Mr. Jim Wiesmeyer.
Yeah, Jim's a class act, man. I don't know if there's anybody that's just as smooth and as eloquent in his speaking. He's always so prepared, man. I look forward to it every week.
Yeah. What do you think RFK will say tomorrow?
I think it'll be something back to the protein-based diet, how he kind of reorganized our food pyramid. I still remember when I was growing up in Colorado in public school, they gave us the food pyramid that had grain as the biggest section and protein is almost the smallest. We flipped that on its head. And finally, I think, we're finally trying to make America healthier, and a protein-focused diet is the way that we're going to get there.
Yeah, we went out to dinner last night, and there was a lot of steak eating going on in this town. It's going off.
Yeah.
A lot of cowboys. Nasty weather between the ice and now the rain and everything else, but probably better than anything else going on in the Midwest, right?
Yeah.
You guys got it good out there in Colorado.
Yeah, we've been really dry back home in my home state. Haven't got a whole lot of moisture, which for us, calving and lambing the babies this time of year, it's not bad.
Yeah. What can we expect tomorrow here? We're going to have a monster crowd for RFK Jr. I guess he's supposed to speak at 1:30. It's gonna. I don't think most of these people know that. I only know it because one of my media friends stopped by. Yeah. But it's going to be a heck of a way to finish.
And then after that, we get the free concert over there at the Ryman Auditorium that everyone that goes to CattleCon gets to go to. Steel Drivers and Vince Gill in the Grand Ole Opry. Man, that's going to be great.
Is that at the Grand Ole Opry or at the
Ryman?
Oh, okay. I wonder how they arranged that. Who goes what or whatever. I saw that. Yeah.
I think it's going to be first come, first serve. It's going to be a packed house.
Oh boy. Any questions, comments? We had a heck of a day. We had. Let's go over the markets a little bit. I'll give you the closing prices here. Coming to you live from CattleCon, Tommy Grisafi, Jed Sidwell. Let's look at the markets here. Corn, we got March corn 429 up a half. March soybeans 1092 up 26. They were up 50 at one point. Border trade wheat, March wheat down 2. Soybean meal up 45. Soybean oil up 12, 120. KC wheat down 4. Hard red spring wheat down 2. The wheat's really struggled today. Seeing some big moves in the outside markets. S&P down 24, NASDAQ down 420, Dow Jones up 260. Look at that divergence between the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. Moving over to energies, crude oil up $1.20, seeing some high flyers there. Natural gas was having a good day. Wow, this is interesting. And I'll tell you something. This is interesting. On my text service, I'm not allowed to text the word Bitcoin. My text service does not allow me to talk about crypto or alcohol or anything else. And I really miss texting clients, but Bitcoin is down 3,500 at 7,322. And the reason that's so important is that guy who loves buying all those Bitcoins under that stock company. Is it Michael Sayre or Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm saying it wrong, but nonetheless, his average long is like at 76,000, and he looked so damn smart when we're trading 120,000 a few months ago, but now he's officially underwater.
Right.
So if you take all the Bitcoin he's ever owned for strategic something strategy, I can't think of it right now, but he's underwater, and that could really affect things. Let's look at gold. Was above 5,000 days. Silver crossed above 90. Silver over 25% off its low from just 48 hours ago. Incredible volatility in the world, in the markets. And what we've been talking about is every market's busy except for grains, and then bam, beans do a down 5, up 50. That was one for the books today.
Yeah. And going back to the metals, it's crazy how much the silver market, what it did there, got into the mainstream media. People that I talked to and people that I met here that aren't necessarily people that trade or follow the market super closely, man, they were asking about silver. I mean, that was an insane.
You think we'll have a guest come on? You think young Lindsay's going to come on?
Yeah, Lindsay, you want to come on?
Come on, Lindsay.
Give us your expertise.
Come on,
Lindsay.
Come on, Lindsay, coming on. That show you folks, we got a whole great team here. It's not just Tommy Grisafi as a broker or Jed Sidwell or Joe Grisafi or anyone else, but Lindsay Cunningham. She's tell us what you do at Nesvig.
Oh, all sorts of stuff. I help Tommy out a lot with
everything,
account setups,
margins,
podcast, behind the scenes margins, and
you help Mr. Wiesmeyer and I do all these graphics, right? So if we say that China and the U.S. are in talks, right? Or if Trump put out a tweet, who gets all this stuff up and ready to go?
Yeah, get it all set up behind the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we're sitting here on a second cup of coffee, nice and quiet today. And then it just got crazy from one thing to the other, from the cattle to the soybeans. And it's wild. Now, tomorrow, we're going to see RFK. That should be fun. Oh, and you're a local. You went to University of Tennessee. Now I got to talk to you about something you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I went to UT, graduated in 2024. It was awesome. After that, moved over to Nashville, and that's when I started with Nesvik, and I met you.
Yeah, you got a degree now in she's become a Canva expert, a HubSpot expert.
Oh, yeah, I can do it all.
A StreamYard expert. She's like, whatever you do, don't make me go on the screen. So here's what we got: 226 people watching Lindsay Cunningham. Yeah, we're streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X. We'll grab this little segment and then we'll make a clip and then we'll send it to your mom and dad.
It'd
be like,
I love it.
Oh yeah, they got to be so proud of you. Now, who's left? We still have someone at University of Tennessee, right?
Yeah, my younger brother's still there. He's a senior graduating in May, so he's almost done.
Yeah.
Last one.
7 years. They call those people doctors, right? Everyone gets it done in 4 years. What have you learned? I know you and my wife Gina were walking around, and you guys went on a lot of walks, whether it was for food or for drinks or for snacks. But what's the vibe out there?
It's awesome. There's so many people here, so many different
live animals.
Yes, we started walking one way and we're like, what's that smell? Turns out there's live cattle over there.
That smell is money. That is the smell of money, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. Never seen anything like that. First time at one of these, so it's been pretty awesome to see all the different setups people have.
Yeah, the coolest thing is we work 2 blocks from here. We told everyone, Brian and I, we told them we're moving offices right next to the Ryman at the
Yes.
Truist building. Yeah, we're supposed to move, and that got delayed by a few weeks just from the ice storm and stuff.
Yeah,
But
some bad weather.
we all live 4 to 5 blocks from here. We work 2 blocks from here, and we got a hell of a team here in Nashville, Nesvik Trading Group and Agbull Trading. We're all brokers. You have your Series 3, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So if someone calls into the trading office, there is a super duper duper high chance that you're going to be talking to someone who's registered as a broker, whether it be on the Nesvik side, Agbull Trading, Agbull Media, and yeah, we like to keep people educated. Good attitude here. I'm
Yeah.
glad this wasn't 8 weeks ago when cattle were limit down, and it wouldn't surprise me at all that Trump's sending RFK here to patch some things up with the American farmer and do some damage control. But we won't talk politics with a young college student. What else have you learned here, Lindsay?
Oh, just been nice meeting all sorts of people who I've emailed or new people altogether. It's been nice to.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of names with faces. The
Yes.
people from the CME group, we've met with several
Yep.
people from the CME. Several of the clearing firms are here. RJO people out to dinner, ADM people. We
Yeah.
visited with a great group of people from Merrick's. I see other friends I know from CIH. CIH Commodities is over there. ADM's over here. My friends from agmarket.net were down here. We saw Tyne. You didn't see Tyne Morgan this morning, but Tyne Morgan
No.
from U.S. Farm Report was here. Don Wick, you got to meet Don
I did
Wick.
meet Don
Yeah,
Wick.
Don
Yeah.
Wick's a legend. He's just when I started all this, tell you a story. I had all this equipment and I invited Don Wick to my podcast studio and I said, I don't really know how to do this, but I need someone to practice on. And Don's like, yeah, you got it. And he's a legendary farm
Yeah,
broadcaster.
he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a class act. Well, all right, that's Miss Lindsay Cunningham here coming to us from the trade show.
Oh yeah.
She helped us get these backdrops done and everything. And
It looks pretty nice.
yeah, we're gonna have to tear all this down tomorrow and throw it in an Uber and be on our way. But we'll be producing a lot of content. Real quick before we leave, Jed's gonna come back on. Any more
All right.
questions or comments, and we'll get back to the show here. Well, we had a good lineup, some improv. We had Jed and I started off, then Brian Leith, then Lindsay Cunningham, and Jed and I are gonna finish up. Crazy day in markets, beans up, metals up, stock market down. I'm seeing stuff after work. AMD just came out with earnings. Their markets are moving. Yesterday, when we were talking, Chipotle came out with earnings, and they had done poorly. The world's really starting to move, Jed. What an exciting time to be in commodities.
Yeah, I mean, it's a buzzing, high volatile market that we're in right now, and it's just, man, it gets me going every morning.
Yeah, I wish someone would ask us a question. What do we got to do? What do we got to do to get someone to ask us a question? You know what we got to do? We got to give away a free American flag.
Yeah.
Whoever asks us a question, I got some beautiful American flags. If you love America and you want to ask us a question, we'd love to have you. We should have planted a couple of questions in the crowd. Now I know there's someone out there watching. They pretend they're shy. We got about 300 people watching, X, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, but it'd be great if someone asked this question. But if they don't want to, then we just got to move to our last thing.
We had some great questions earlier about beef on dairy, which were, I mean, a big topic here at CattleCon this year. It's an ever-growing sector of our beef cattle industry that was probably underutilized for years and years.
Yeah, we're going to have to improvise a little bit here, how to keep up with this demand, and you just don't. All the things that came out earlier saying we're going to import this much beef from here, do this. It's a world market. It's competitive. It's expensive. The one thing I would say to the cattle producer is I think they're underestimating the risk of how hard this could go down again. And it can go, we could have the most bullish fundamentals, but we can go down hard.
Right.
Somewhere out there's some jackass who bought silver at $118 on Thursday night, and it was trading with a 70 by Friday morning.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that out there. We almost had a half off sale on silver in 24 hours. A half off sale in feeder cattle would be, that'd be hard to think of, but that'd be like limit down for, 10 days or something. I mean, it's just crazy to think what these markets can do. Maybe this is what we got to do is talk super bearish, piss people off. And then, but we do have some bullish fundamentals in the markets, cattle markets, so bullish.
Yeah.
What else you seeing?
it's always just good to connect to people, meet people. I've went and talked to several of the breed associations, Charlet, Hereford, Angus, Red Angus. They're all here. The Santa Gertrudis, I saw the American Shorthorn Association. Always good to meet up with some of those reps and members of those breed associations, because if you're a cattle enthusiast like myself, it's always cool to see the new genomics programs, the taking off of some of these genotype things that we're doing in the cattle industry right now is fun to see.
Yeah. How about that guy who's going to stop by the booth at 5 o'clock? We're going to do a little podcast. What's that all about?
Doing a special episode with a gentleman who runs a new herd book management software that's AI based that you get to say, "Hey Siri," and talk to. You guys are going to have to stay on the lookout for that episode when he comes by. I think that's going to be a really fun talk.
Does the software exist, or is it in development? Is it for sale?
It exists, and it is for sale.
Well, we're going to have to see what that's all about, and we'll talk to him. We'll get that episode out in the next few days.
Yeah.
But Mr. Jed Sidwell, Tommy Grisafi, we're live day 2. We had Brian Leith from Nesvik Trading, Lindsey Cunningham come on. A lot of excitement, a lot of people buzzing around, media people walking around. And the biggest news of the day, of course, let's take it from the top. Soybeans from down 5 to up 50. Iran, Trump, we're getting along. We're not getting along. We had feeder cattle almost hit all-time highs, and I don't see any comments in there, but I will tell you this: we had just crazy overall markets, and thought it was going to be a slow day today, and it wasn't.
Yeah, big day in the beans and all the grains, and like we had been talking about, it's been fairly slow. We've been watching these metals and livestock be incredibly volatile, and the grains have been rather consistent until today.
Yeah, we'll take an update for the American farmer. Let's hope we can get all of ag going. With that, biggest news we have is tomorrow at 1:30 Central. Looks like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Secretary of Health and Human Services, is going to be speaking here at CattleCon just down the hall from us, and we'll go live again at 9:30 in the morning, or 9 in the morning.
Yep.
And 3, and when we report back to you tomorrow afternoon, we'll have a good idea what he's saying. So Tommy Grisafi here from Nashville, Jed Sidwell, new broker, new analyst here at AgBull Media, AgBull Trading, Nesvik Trading, and with that, wish everyone to have a great day. Stay safe. If we missed you on the comment section, drop one down below, and we'll catch up with you here in the morning. Thanks, everyone.